Predictions and visions of lost images. Shadows appear in lifelike form, persuading us to act in.
Yo, what's goody two shoes? I'm your host, Derek Farrow. I got my boy Rob on the other side of this. We got a reaction video. We just gonna get straight into it. Let's get it.
Jazz win the opening tip.
We'll get it to Bogdanovic. He made 7 threes, tying a season high.
Oh, for sure. Honestly, this is surprisingly a good game. When I was on the game. I was on the game last night looking at it, and they said the Timberwolves was on the verge of sweeping the Jazz, and the Jazz is like the #1 seed. The Timberwolves is the last seed, I'm pretty sure, in the West. Bro, that's the thing, bro. The Jazz they can knock down these threes. I don't know who's gonna stop them. You got to defend so well on the perimeter.
And it cost him because the Utah Jazz have played a ton of zone here early on.
In the West, yeah.
Zone buster pretty well.
They've been tough all year. I swear, and it's like you give it so much to the superstar players like Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, but all these boys can shoot. They got playmakers all around, bro. Playmakers or shooters all around. Like Mike Conley.
Signing on with Utah, probably a pretty good idea.
He's got Utah Jazz DNA, and there's no doubt.
Yeah, like they did.
Points off turnovers. When you look at their game log and you sort for points off turnovers, Dave, they're 5 and 6 in games where they have.
Yo, but that was a battle last year, man. That was a battle in that first round. Wasn't it Game 7? Didn't he go to Game 7? Donovan Mitchell versus Jamal Murray.
They were down 3-1. I mean, well, I'm sorry, the Utah was up 3-1.
Ilyasova long 2.
Oh, they lost 3-1. I didn't know that. Tripping.
With the basketball.
The best part of the whole series,
Russell trailing the play, hits the 3.
Momentum shifts.
Yeah, that was a battle. That was probably the best. I don't even think probably. I think for sure that was the best first round that maybe I've seen in a long time. Either the best first round I've seen in a long time, or it was just the best last year.
You know, I mean, to take a guarded long 3 like that.
3-8.
Ooh.
Russell out of the corner. Ty Edwards for McDaniels. Russell hoists it over Ingles.
He's a 2-guard, right?
All of a sudden, D'Lo's got 15.
Him and Donovan, not Donovan Mitchell. D'Angelo Russell gonna be a problem, bro. They should be at least.
What D'Angelo Russell can do.
No, bro. They like the last seed in the West.
Conley for Gobert.
They about to be in the lottery, or not the lottery. They gonna be the #1 pick for the lottery.
Is 0-for-4 in the game, and he is not scored yet.
Look, man, but they got started off to a rough year, man. Because I think Karl-Anthony Towns, I think he caught COVID. His mom passed from COVID. Rest in peace.
Rocking that new merch.
Yeah.
Knowing the future is looking.
D'Angelo Russell missed a good amount of time. So I'm pretty sure it was Anthony Edwards out there by himself, just trying to figure it out with them. Mike Conley still got it, bro.
Okogie backs it out with Gobert on him. Edwards.
I think it was last year. He wasn't as
trying to get Josh Okogie as a cutter.
I was gonna say aggressive, but that's not really his style.
Poked away, shot clock
I don't know. I just feel like he was laid back in the Jazz system last year. Good.
Cat has only taken 4 shots tonight.
God, bro.
He's looking for number 5, and that deserves a high five. That was impressive.
Or be in the play-in game and somehow get there.
Yeah, I don't think Quinn would want to see the Timberwolves in the playoffs.
I think he might be one of the.
And finally in double-figure scoring for Cat.
Oh, still got a long 4 years.
Trying to add to what is already their largest lead of the game.
I don't know.
Able to get the finish there. A little finesse by Cat. So flares out to the 3-point line.
I don't think no center is, bro. I'm a little bit worried about that. Even Joel Embiid, I'm a little bit worried. I just think, I think it's a guards league, bro. The big man really is determined on the guard getting him the ball in the inside.
Minnesota gets another takeaway here.
Russell for Edwards.
2 great bounce passes.
Tap it to Cat.
Yeah, he couldn't have grabbed it because Bogdanovic was there to take it away from him. Good job to tap it away.
McDaniels corner three.
Yeah.
He made the play, but it was
Like,
definitely it was risky.
All the good
Russell.
They go deep.
You got a little lift on that finger roll.
I mean, they do.
Well, they've been fun to watch.
They really do, because we don't even talk about Mike Conley
no doubt.
as even as a number
Rudy
one
Gobert
seed.
that
Yeah.
That's
People didn't speak about
well respected as
like,
well.
oh yeah, Mike Conley.
yeah.
And the best suited coaches read.
We will probably talk about wasn't the Gasol brother there, Marc Gasol? Wasn't he with the? Yeah, I think we was talking about him. Yeah, yeah.
It's going to be wow. No,
That was still a 2, but that was oh, they caught that a 3. Dang, bro, I didn't even see them take the lead. They just.
And Gomez banks it in.
What a difficult shot that was off the glass.
Well, and more importantly, Jim, when the Timberwolves were really
Oh no,
struggling in
man!
that first
Jordan
quarter,
Clarkson.
it was Wancho that kept them
Yeah,
afloat.
look, this
Put
team
up
is
for
just
them up, Jim.
deep,
They've
bro. This
mostly
team
been
is deep.
contested.
Utah
They're
is
11 of
deep.
46.
23.9%.
Reed gets another one, and not.
It's too bad because he was making great plays out there, hustle plays.
I'm not feeling Rudy Gobert.
But Karl Anthony Towns comes back in.
You don't like Rudy Gobert?
Lead is tenuous now with Utah. I'm honest too, because not Rudy Gobert can't just zone up.
He's a great defender. What are you talking
with
about?
his 23rd 2010 game of the season.
He's a great
And with the
defender.
answer.
They're going to switch up here for the baseline out of bounds.
A playoff game?
Set the shot clock. Edwards meets Gobert or Niang, excuse me.
It's really
Man.
made a concerted effort, I think, to give energy on that end of the floor.
I don't know. I mean, he's not really. He's a defensive player. He's not supposed to win you good.
Niang, no.
He's supposed to do that right there. Ooh.
6 games they played without Mitchell.
Draymond's not a center.
Ingles for Gobert, and we are tied.
And he's definitely not him. He's definitely not Rudy Gobert. Two different players. Rudy Gobert guards pretty much one position.
Drills the 3, and the Wolves need it.
Draymond can guard multiple positions and assist the ball.
Russell keeps Conley on his hip, finds Edwards, and able to
Right.
finish that time.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I'm expecting something from the Timberwolves within a year or two. If they got these same pieces, just something, make the playoffs, something. I understand the West is a little bit, it's extremely competitive. But come on, man.
Looking for the lead. Drills the 3
Hey, come
with
on.
5 points.
Got to be active with his hands.
Ingles gets it into Conley.
They just got too much talent on the. They got talent on the Timberwolves, and they shouldn't lose. Ooh, that's a win. That's how you win a game. See what I'm talking about? That's defense right there. And the rest of the league, when everybody says it's an offensive league, how did that game just win? They won it off of defense.
Conley looking for the lead.
That's defense.
Drills the 3 with 5 points.
Got to be
5
active with his
seconds left.
Ingles gets it into Conley. Conley.
That's defense. Ricky Rubio just played some good defense. He just played some good defense. That was on point.
Yeah, bro. It's a really. How far do you expect the Jazz to go in the playoffs?
As the number 1 seed, man, that's a good question. Let me see that. Yeah, that's a good question. Let me see. Yeah, that's a really good record. The Suns got a really good record too. Sheesh. Maybe second.
Suns can get put out the first round if they get the wrong matchup. Look, if you look at the top side of this conference, depending on where the Lakers fall, one of these teams can fall out easy.
I think
the
the
Lakers are
Nuggets.
at 6. They're beating the Clippers. They're beating the Suns, and they're beating the Jazz. I don't think any of these top 4 teams can beat the Lakers.
A healthy Lakers, yes, I agree. I think the Nuggets are the surprise team that might lose in the first round, especially with the MVP. I think Jokic might be the MVP.
That's only if they match it with the Lakers.
If they match, they could beat the Blazers. They could beat the Mavericks too.
They're deeper than the Mavericks.
Definitely deeper than the Mavericks.
We're tripping. They don't got Jamal Murray.
It doesn't. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Have you watched Jokic and and Aaron Gordon together in the front court.
Without Jamal Murray?
I mean, yeah, in general. Yeah, I guess I haven't either. But I like those two. I like those two in the front court. That's an athletic player with a real, I ain't gonna call it Jokic finesse, but offensive overall player, but with the aggressive Aaron Gordon, I like that.
I like the Mavs to beat the
Real
Clippers.
question.
They beat them this year.
The Mavs will never beat the Clippers in the playoffs. That's just not gonna happen. Trailblazers Suns. Now that's a good series right there. Show like if this, well, there is a play-in tournament, so we don't know how this is gonna go. The real question, dang, I think the Pelicans aren't gonna snuff the playoffs, bro.
Yeah,
I don't think
it's getting worse and worse. How far are they back now? 4 games?
Yeah, it's too much. For the Warriors, that's too much because the Warriors are really trying to fight to get into the playoffs. I don't know, man. I don't know. Who's your favorite to come out the West?
Lakers. As long as the Lakers are healthy, they're coming out the West.
Kind of how I feel too, but that's only because the Nuggets was my other team. And I like the Clippers, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know about the Clippers. There's just something off still.
The Nuggets were my team too until Jamal Murray got hurt.
Yeah, same. That Aaron Gordon trade, I was like, yo, I don't think anybody could beat that. I like the Suns too, though. Don't sleep on the Suns. I like Chris Paul. I like Chris Paul with Devin Booker.
I think the Suns should be able to get to the Western Conference Finals.
You think so? Possibly, quite possibly. Well, if that's the case, the Utah Jazz will have a bad season if they go home in the second round. I don't think that's nothing to be proud of. To take the number one seed and go home in the second round.
They might get put out in the first.
I don't know, man. Who could possibly be the eighth seed that will put them out in the first? Those? I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I just see the Jazz might have too much for them. If Donovan Mitchell is healthy, I feel like they have too much for the Warriors. I feel like it would be Steph versus the Jazz at that point. That's a disrespect. I mean, yeah, but are we going to really say Steph is going to beat the Utah Jazz?
I think Steph
is going to beat Donovan Mitchell, Mike Conley.
They'll be able to win those games for them. Because I think if it gets to a shootout situation where a highest team with the highest score wins, Golden State's coming out on top, and Steph is going probably for 40.
I think it's a defensive game in the playoffs too, though. I don't know. I don't know.
But I watched that Jamal Murray Donovan Mitchell series last year.
Mm-hmm.
Those boys are different. Those boys can just flat out score the ball at will. When it's game time, oh yeah, they're putting the ball in the bottom of the bucket.
That's why I got Utah beating the Warriors if they meet in the first round.
I feel it. Mm-hmm.
But who is Drake? Yeah, true. I just don't know who Draymond's going to defend on that team.
Who do you want to defend? Donovan Mitchell? He can do that.
No, I don't.
Rudy Gobert? He can do that. Some 3-point shooting power forward? He can do that.
He can defend Rudy Gobert, but it's only because Rudy Gobert is not an offensive player.
Draymond Green locked up Anthony Davis. I don't want to hear that.
He's not an offensive player. Not Anthony Davis. Rudy Gobert. He's not an offensive player. If he locks him up, okay, what? Rudy Gobert got 2 points. That's what if he still has 3 blocks. If he has 3 blocks and 15 rebounds in the same game on the opposite side of the ball, that's still a productive game for Rudy Gobert.
He's not out rebounding Draymond.
He will put a bet on that. If they go in the first round, I'm ready for that bet. I'm ready for that bet. I guarantee you he out rebounds.
Who the Spurs got? Who's on their team this year?
I think they still got DeMar DeRozan. Yeah, he's up. I think he's going to be a free agent at the end of the season. This is an interesting free agency. The interesting free agency class. I think they said earlier this year they said LeBron was recruiting Steph to the Lakers, and they said the Warriors were recruiting Kawhi from the Clippers.
I like that. That's tough.
I don't
That's
like
tough.
that at all.
Steph
Nah,
Lakers?
I like that. Yeah, I like that because that would literally be like, okay, LeBron, you can get ready for retirement for real. Steph and AD will take over the Lakers after this is done. But nah, I don't like the other one. I don't like the Clippers. Or I don't like Kawhi with the Warriors. There's just too much shooting, good defense. You got two really great defenders, Kawhi and Draymond. And then if Clay comes back to even possibly defend as good as he can, that's a champion. That's it's not the same as saying put KD on the team, but it's extremely close to just put KD on the team and win the championship.
Facts.
I think it's extremely close.
Well, thanks for watching the video. Which check y'all out.
Yup.
Check us out next time. All right. Peace.
That's our first one on